Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Akephalos here, and today we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Mass Effect 3. So as usual, if you guys going to enjoy it, you know what to do, leave a like and hit that big red sub button down below so that you don't miss when I upload the next video here on the channel. And with that being said, let's jump right back into it. So, here we are in Mass Effect 3. More specifically, we are back aboard the Normandy after a successful mission to, what was the place already? I forgot. Yeah, in the previous episode, we basically went to some sort of mining station to find where is this Dr. Garneau fellow. And we're doing this. We're doing the Leviathan DLC just to probably put things into perspective in case you're just joining us. So yeah, we're doing the Leviathan DLC. We have been set out to find Dr. Garneau. So he was at this mining station that we last visited in the previous episode. We've already went there and well, I wouldn't say solve anything, but we have our next heading, I guess, our next clue. So right now, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to head back to the Citadel, and if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna have to return to Dr. Bryson's lab and investigate artifact that is actually in his office. So you might have caught that artifact in the previous episode as well. Towards the end, Dr. Garneau blew himself up. Well, at least the imposter Dr. Garneau. You know what? I tell you what. It's probably a lot of gibberish right now for some of you who are just joining us and you are pretty much unaware of what's going on. So yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll cut off all the fat, I'll trim off all the fat. The bottom line that you should know is that we are back in the we are back at the Citadel. We're actually orbiting the Citadel. I'll get to that in a second. We have to head back to the Citadel and we have to head back to Dr. Bryson's lab to get further clues to progress in the story. That's all you have to know. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull up the galaxy map real quick. I took the liberty of advancing back to the Citadel. That's because this is where we have to head. So we are gonna go ahead and land on Dr. Bryson's lab, and it should start up the next cutscene. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
We need to shield the artifact they've got here right away.
Using Garneau's data, I should be able to accomplish this without difficulty.
Damn thing's been here the whole time. Why weren't we affected?
Perhaps the amount of time spent near the artifact is key. After a certain duration, it affords Leviathan an impressive mind control capability.
I'd call it dangerous as hell. Bryson's assistant tried to kill me.
Perhaps Leviathan was controlling him to protect itself, diverting people away from its trail.
Maybe. It just shows we don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Despite the risk, this artifact remains our only link to finding Leviathan. Perhaps we could find more information about it here in the lab.
Agreed. Bryson's team might have turned up something we missed. I'll look around.
Alright, so looks like we're gonna have to continue searching the lab for clues. So yeah, this is what I was referring to earlier. So pretty much we are back at Bryson's lab to look for clues pertaining to the second mission. So pretty much we're gonna start. We're gonna go ahead and move forward with that. So let's take a look and see. We have a couple of things that we can check out. Stuff like this microscope, the husk head, and of course the data and some data file here. But before we do that, I noticed that we can interact with this. So let's check it out and see what it says.
Bryson's assistant Hadley. Do we have an update on his status?
He is in a vegetative state. The doctors believe it is permanent.
But the miners recovered when the artifact was destroyed.
Hadley lost consciousness when he attempted to answer our questions about Leviathan. It may have been a deliberate attempt to silence him permanently.
Alright. So I don't think we're gonna get anything out of that. So let's move on. Let's check out the science table here and see what we have. A data file. Okay, I don't think we need to take note of this. We might have Edie might sum up something if if this provides a clue. Let's see if she has anything to say.
They were testing the artifact for energy emissions.
And found nothing. Still, I recommend leaving it shielded.
Alright. So I don't think that's a clue. Let's check out the microscope.
Anything interesting about the artifact's structure?
It is not constructed of the same compounds used in standard Reaper technology. Beyond that, nothing of relevance.
Okay, what about the husk head? It's still gonna roar at us. Interesting. Okay, so looks like there's nothing in this general area, so we are gonna move on to, I don't know, maybe somewhere around here. We should be able to find something, right? Hopefully. Hopefully. Let's take a look and see if there is anything. Or we might have to check outside. Or do we check here? Yeah, let's see what this does. A project information terminal.
Edie, what project was Garneau working on when he found the artifact?
Basilisk.
Got anything on Basilisk?
Several ships, a mythical creature, and a rare mid-tier enemy type in the Galaxy of Fantasy video game. It possesses a gaze attack capable of triggering synced animation kills. Player forums describe it as overpowered.
I meant the project, Edie.
Oh. Then, no.
There's got to be something here on this artifact. What about the server?
Bryson's assistant wiped the office server and destroyed all backups, likely before killing Bryson. However, records show new messages on Bryson's personal comm terminal upstairs.
Could be worth a look.
I like how Edie's such a nerd. Okay, so we are gonna move up and check out the personal comm terminal. So I'm very keen to find out what the hell is this Galaxy of Fantasy game. To be honest with you, I've never taken note of it. I just usually just like just chuckle at it when hearing it. Because it's kind of nice. I mean, for me personally, I mean, to give this character some personality, it's in my opinion very good writing. So what I'm gonna do now, we're not gonna geek out too much about the fine details. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna check out the personal terminal and see what it renders.
A message from Dr. Bryson's daughter, Anne. According to my records, she worked with her father.
I'm at the dig site in the Pylos Nebula. Project Scarab paid off. I've got another artifact like the one Garneau found. I think it could be affecting people's behavior. You need to shield the one in your office. I tried to warn Garneau, but I can't get through. We've got Reaper scouts coming in toward the main site. I'm heading to the secondary base to grab what research I can.
Anne Bryson was attempting to contact Garneau on the asteroid colony. She seems to know something about the artifact.
She sounded worried.
If Reaper forces were approaching, her concern was warranted.
Let's hope we get to her before they do.
She said she was in the Pylos Nebula, working for Project Scarab. That cluster contains several systems. I'll call up the nebula on the galaxy map. We may also search the lab for clues to narrow down her location.
Okay, so at this point we have two options. We can either return to the Normandy or we can check the lab. So for the sake of the video, and at the same time for the sake of ease of access basically, so we are just gonna go ahead and find clues and around the lab. We could easily just head to the Pylos Nebula and scan each system, but like I said, for the sake of the video, just to give you guys some content, and at the same time, I understand that some of you might be playing this this particular game, Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect Legendary Edition out there. I feel like it's worthwhile to go ahead and just examine the lab just to try to narrow down the location a bit. It's gonna make life much easier. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna check out the Sovereign fragment first. I don't think it will give us anything, but we checked it out the first time we were in the lab. It didn't give us any clues. Let's hope it does this time around.
The Reapers. Let's hope we find Anne before they do.
Again, no clue. So I guess we're gonna move on. Let's see if we can get anything from one of the previous data pads. Let's check out this one.
Does anything in Anne Bryson's work history suggest where she might be?
Nothing relevant.
Okay. We have something here, a computer console.
These are the ships Dr. Bryson and his team used?
Yes. If we can find out which ship Anne Bryson took for Project Scarab, we may learn something.
Alright, so looks like we have to check each ship. I don't think this is the ship, right? I remember there was a mention of a ship name, but you know what? I'll just browse through it until I think hopefully Edie comes up with something. If not, we'll probably just go through one by one. But let's just scan through everything first. Curas, Galdu. I think this is the ship. I'm not really sure. You know what? Let's just try it.
These are the ships Dr. Bryson and his team used?
Yes. If we can find out which ship Ann Bryson took for Project Scarab, we may learn something.
Oh, okay, so we have to find out the ship name first. Alright, fair enough. Let's take a look at this PDA. That was Aurora, Basilisk, and Bryson. There we go, Icarus. So yeah, I knew that name sounded familiar. This is what you have. This is what happens when you played the game before.
Ann Bryson flew out on a ship called the Icarus. Can you track its movements?
No. The Reapers have disrupted civilian comm buoys. But we might learn more if we find the ship's specifications. I believe you saw them earlier.
I sure did. It is right here. So yeah, this is like I was saying, this is what happens when you played the game before and you remember basically, you vaguely remember some of the things. So, MSV Icarus, let's check out the schematics and see what it gives us.
The Icarus. Here we go.
The ship has enhanced electrostatic discharge cells. They facilitate long-range FTL travel.
So they jumped to the Pylos Nebula by mass relay, then flew to another system.
Yes. Otherwise, they would have chartered a less expensive ship.
Okay, we can rule out the relay system.
Nice. So we have a filter, a ship schematic filter. We can probably access that at the map later, but I want to check out the... Let's see what we have here. I saw a scope here that we can check out. Let's see what this gives us.
Any idea if Project Scarab involved Element Zero?
Unlikely. We may learn more from the Project Requisitions Locker.
Okay, I think I know where this locker is, but we'll leave that for now. Let's check out this creature sightings board.
Any correlation between Project Scarab and these unexplained creature sightings?
Not beyond Leviathan itself.
Alright. So, I don't think that gives us anything. Let's check out the requisitions locker. It should be right here. Right, yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's open it up. I believe there's a weapons mod behind here too.
The locker is secure. We must locate an access card to open it.
Damn. Access card. We're gonna have to work on that. Just give me a second. I want to check out this blackout crime screen first.
What about criminal activity in the Pylos Nebula?
Because the area is part of the Attica Traverse, criminal reports are unreliable at best.
Alright. Let's find the access card for the locker first. I think it should be around here, either in this level or the one above. I doubt it's outside. I don't think anyone will leave an access card outside in the open. So doesn't look like there's anything here. Let's check out the second level again. See if we have anything. It should be here, right? The access card. I hope it is here. Apparently not. Okay, so I think we're gonna check outside then. If it is outside, it will be super awkward for me. At least, I mean, who leaves a key to an access card outside in the open? So nothing here. Let's check out the other side. This is what I was saying in a couple episodes back. This is also one of the missions, the only mission that is pretty much something similar to like solving mysteries and stuff. So I think it's a nice concept. It's a very, a good change of pace from the standard, run around and shoot stuff type of gig that Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 1, the entire Mass Effect trilogy is based on the third-person shooter, the shooter game basically. So let's check out this drawer. I think the access key is actually in here. Oh, we have a PDA actually. Let's see what this is.
Access card for the requisitions locker?
Yes. According to records, it was last used by Ann Bryson to obtain equipment for Project Scarab.
Okay, so let's open up the locker and see what this gives us.
Let's see what Ann Bryson requisitioned for Project Scarab.
Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have a couple of missing equipment and there we go. This is what I was talking about, the weapons mod. I remember. So we have an assault rifle Omni Blade. We're gonna want to pick that up. And let's see. Can we check out let's check out the regular equipment first before we check out the missing equipment. Let's check out the suit.
Didn't need an environmental suit.
Okay, and we have some sort of tank there in the bottom left.
Didn't take breathing masks.
All right. Let's check the top shelf first.
Wind protection gear.
Based on what Ann Bryson did or did not requisition, the dig site was arid but habitable.
Get me a filter for systems with compatible planets.
Alright. Okay, so I think these are the only two filters available. There isn't any more stuff that we can interact with here. Not to my knowledge, at least. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna go ahead and cross-reference these filters with the possible planets. So let's see. This is the entire Pylos Nebula cluster. So there are 3 systems in this cluster, and one of it is where Bryson is. So let's start by setting up the ship schematics.
Based on the search data, it is one of these 2 systems.
Alright, let's try the equipment.
Based on the data, only one system remains a viable possibility.
Good. Let's go get Bryson.
Alright, nice. So looks like we have our destination. I have no idea what system is that, and I have no idea what planet is that. Well, I have an idea what planet it is, but I can't remember the name of it. So, looks like we have our destination, and we are gonna go ahead and grab Bryson. But we are gonna do that in the next episode because we are running out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Mass Effect 3, this slight walkthrough episode of the Leviathan DLC. And if you did, you know what to do. Leave a like and hit that big red sub button down below so that you don't miss when I upload the next video here on the channel. And with that being said, this is Akephalos signing off. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.